Hey everyone, this is Keith from Gaming Trend and Tabletop Throwdown, and I'm here with Mayday Games, and we're going to talk about a Gen Con release that they have coming up called Dungeon Busters. And tell me a little bit about what Dungeon Busters is.
Okay, so Dungeon Busters is I guess we could say semi-cooperative. We're trying to defeat monsters that we're dungeon calling through a dungeon. We go through 3 dungeons in the game, labeled on the backs of the cards. So we'll discard one and we'll reveal the dungeon here. So a few things about each character we're fighting is this is the hit points we have. It's 10 hit points, and these are the rewards. So how we earn those rewards are players each have the same numerical cards in their hand, 1 through 7, and it varies on how many number of players there are. If in a 4-player game you remove the 1 and the 7, but generally we all have the same cards. When it's our turn to fight this monster, we each lay a card face down, like this. When we're ready, we all reveal, and we assign the damage. In this case, we have assigned 12 damage. We defeat the Mimic. Now, who gets a reward? There's 3 of us in the fight, but there's only 2 rewards. In some cards, there's only 1 reward. Some, there's 3. The person who contributed the least amount to the battle will get the first reward. The player who completed the second least will get the second reward. Well, that's not fair. Well, what were to happen if we weren't able to defeat the monster? So if the yellow player played this, we would have 7. We didn't defeat the monster. Now, the person who contributed the least to the battle loses. They pick a color of the gems they've earned up to this point in the game, and they lose whatever gem they have the most color of. So if this were my stockpile and I played the 1 and we did not defeat it with 10 hit points, I would lose all my gold gems. Then, so that's the detriment there. If players play the same number, if the green and yellow each played a 1, those cancel out and aren't even applied to the attack. So there's a table talking. You can table talk, but you don't have to keep promises. I can say, look, we need to defeat the Mimic. I'm going to play the 4. I can lie, I can tell the truth, and we won't know till we reveal the cards. All the cards we play are placed next to the players so we can see what cards are played. So we'll go throughout the round. We'll fight 4 monsters in each dungeon, and we can see which cards have been played. After we go through dungeon 1, we scoop up our cards, we go to dungeon 2, and we do the same thing over again till we go through 1, 2, 3 dungeons. At that point, we total up our victory points. For every set of gems that you have, there are 2 points each. So this would be 2, 4, 6 points. If I ended up with this at the end of the game, it'd be 2, 4, 6, 7. If I had this at the end of the game, it would be 1, 2, 3. So you need sets to get the 2 points per gems, and that's how it's scored at the end of the game. At the beginning of the game, each player starts with a set of gems to begin the game. And that's pretty much Dungeon Busters. These are the cardboard punch-out tokens that come with the game, and if you want to upgrade, you can buy these gems that have a little more pizzazz to the game if you want to do that.
A little more shine.
A little more shine. We also are offering these power packs, so players can have a one-time use ability with their heroes during the game that they can play. So, in a nutshell, that is Dungeon Busters. Oh, one more thing I didn't explain. I'm sorry. Let me go back. If we don't defeat a monster, I explained how the gems are lost. Those go on the spoils card. They don't go back to the pile. So what happens with the spoils, if we were to defeat the next monster, say we defeated this one, it's a 14, after the rewards are assigned, we then go to the spoils card. And then starting with the player who contributed the least to the battle will take 1, then the next player who contributed the least, and the next player, then the next player of the players remaining. So if the 2 1 players canceled out, they're out of the spoils collection. But if you're still in the game, we divvy up all the spoils till they're gone, and then we go on to the next monster. The game lasts 2 to 4 players, 2 to 5 players, excuse me, and we'll go about 15-20 minutes. So it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of success so far, some good buzz with the game, and we're excited to release it at Gen Con. So
great. And what's it going to retail for?
$20.
Wow, that's a lot of game there for
$20, and then the gems will be a $10 add-on if you'd like the gems. So.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for giving us a sneak preview at Dungeon Busters.
Thank you.